Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. I hope you had an awesome weekend. I sort of did. We had a lot of rain, so I didn't do any gardening. Yeah, let's hope there's no rain this weekend because it's looking a bit bedraggled. But I did get all my jam and yogurt done, and I also did, I think, about £10 in weight of mirepoix, which is finely chopped or diced carrot, onion, and celery. And I do that in huge bags and then I just throw it in the freezer because, I've told you, I'm somebody that gets everything, sticks it in a pot, throws it in the oven, and just cooks it until it's dead. And it does add very good flavour. Right, so what did I do? If you remember last week, and from the Panalisa haul, I did that retro camera, but I did it as vintage, and I didn't quite feel comfortable with it. So I have redone it, and I've redone the Polaroid that you can get with that. And I've also done the little dog today. So first up, the Polaroid. And there it is. And I've used the Creative Path ephemera on that. You have to excuse the lighting. It's raining and it's very grey outside, so I've just got my overhead light on today. So there it is. Now this background paper is from Snap Click Supply, which is the Echo Park digital sort of outlet where you just download, well, you pay first and then you download and just stick it on a USB. Just collect the cheap USBs, and then you can put all your different packs on them, hang a little label on them, and you know what pack is on each USB. And I quite like that. Of course, it takes up less shelf space. But here we got the little sticker, and it's got love on it, and I've used the little glitter hearts. And I just think overall I prefer that to what I did on Friday. So this is the what was it called? Sweet Loving Time or something from Creative Path. They sent me the whole set, so I will link that below. But I just think it's super, super cute. And even if you put in just a regular photograph into that, it's going to look really nice. So that is the Polaroids that I did. And then next up is the retro camera. And I did it to match so that I can stick it all together into something, whether on a book page, journal. This could even be the cover, and you can put book rings in it, and you can make yourself a little camera shaped book. But I prefer it like this. I think the colour suits it more and the style suits it more. But again, personal preference, because some did like it in the vintage style. I was reading in the comments. So, and I don't actually know if I measured this, because me and my brain, and I tend to go off on a tangent. Yeah, talking about my garden and making yogurt. So we are a fraction over 4.5 inches on the width of that. And then if I do the height from the top bit, we're 4 inches. So that is the camera. And as I said, I think I prefer it like that. A bit more sort of bright, happy and jolly. I can't remember if I did the Polaroid, so I'll do that again. And that is 3.25 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So that's a little set, as you can see. Right, so that's my redoing of that, and as I said, I think I do prefer it. And then next up, I decided to do the dog. Now the dog, also on that page you can buy a little jar that comes with like little milk bones, and so you can cut that out and put that with your doggy. But I just did the doggy, and once again I've used the Creative Path a Sweet Loving Time pack. I'm pretty sure it's called that. And that's the paper behind, which is all those really cute townhouses. And then you've got the sparkle there again. I used that sentiment because I thought it would tie in with the little coat that I chose to put on the dog, because the dog looks very masculine, and I did try sticking a bow on its head, but it still looked quite masculine. So I've left it as a little male doggy, and that would make really a nice masculine Valentine card. And then I've got one of my little stickers, chipboards there again, just floating off the little envelope with the hearts. So How big is that doggy? That doggy is quite large, actually. So let's go in here. And I'm going to say that that is 4 inches from that ear tip there to its bottom behind. And then if we flip it up from the ear top down to the paws, I'm going to say that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/8, 3 3/6. And that's how big that is. And of course, as usual, I've got a little bit of fluff down there. But I just thought that that looked, you know, very, very masculine. Make a really nice masculine Valentine's Day card. So that is what I got up to. And, you know, your comments below again as to whether you preferred the vintage or if you like the retro style. And once again, as I said, you know, I do apologise for my lighting. Right, what am I up with tomorrow? Now, I do know that this week I've got a personal haul coming in, I hope. I do know USPS is having a few problems, as is everybody else, I'm sure. And I think it's going to be a Black Cat Design Team haul, which is another store which is owned by MX Art. So you're going to see a lot of cute stuff in that. I haven't even opened the package yet, so I'll have to get and do that. And then the day after that is going to be projects from that haul. So I thank you so much for joining me. Oh, and I did want to show you this because you know what I'm like before I go. And this is other paper that I printed, and I wanted to show you this because when you've got digital papers, you can resize them. So this one here, you can see that's the bigger version of that one. So I just wanted to show you that because you can resize when you're doing things like that, which of course you can't do from a scrap paper pad. And then I also printed this one because I know I've got a lot of sort of like Valentine-y stuff on the skyline, even though there's only a few days left to Valentine's Day. But there is the small and the large version of that. But what a difference it makes, doesn't it? Because in its, you know, smallness, you can kind of see all that little bit of yellow distress in there. Whereas on that one, it's kind of like less apparent because it's more spread out. So I just wanted to share that because Snap Click Supply, every Wednesday, they have a dollar day. So you click on that and then you click on their dollar deal Wednesday or something it's called, and you click on that and you get to see all the various packs and papers that they're giving you for $1 that day. So you really should check that out because I find it really, really useful. I mean, I've got all of my I've forgotten what they're called now. Basic Grey, the Herbs and Honey, the entire set, which was not cheap, I have to tell you, but it covers 4 USB sticks. And then you've got things like Fancy Pants, and you've got all sorts of the vintage stuff like Jenny Bolin and Glitz Girls. And I'm trying to think what else you get on there. You have to go along and have a look because some really awesome vintage stuff. And if you're into like the sort of like 70s feel, because if you remember when scrapbook paper first came out, it was very chocolate brown and orange and olive green, and all of that stuff is really, really coming back now. So you should snap it up while it's still cheap before people start kind of like remaking it and putting a new twist on it and charging $25 for a pack of paper. And that's all I'm saying about that. Well, anyway, I digressed. So Black Cat tomorrow, and I thank you so much for watching. I'm always in awe as to how many people respond and how many people watch. And as usual, all links below. Bye.